Yes, lads, how's it going down here? Welcome back to another video on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. EA have dropped a 5-star week foot player moments Aaron Ramsey. It's not unlimited. It's 4 days. Celebrating his weak foot screamer versus Galatasaray. So he's got a weak foot upgrade, which I very much like to see. Upgrades on the specific thing. If you remember, we're talking quite a month ago or whenever. I can't remember who it was. Upamecano scored a volley. And he got a moments card for scoring a volley, and he had like 20 volleys or something like that. And I asked for just upgrade these volleys, you know. So this is, I suppose they're kind of what they're doing. So obviously he scored a screamer with his weak foot, and they've upgraded his weak foot to 5-star. I'm not sure what his weak foot was, whether it was 3, 4, 5, 2. I'll check in a minute on Footbin. However, let's go through the cards. So it's 6 foot, good height. High is actually, I like that for a centre mid. You're probably not playing this guy cam. Actually, no. You can play him cam. Obviously, looking at his stats, we're going to the in-games in a minute. I wouldn't play him CDM. I remember his end-of-era card last year, I believe it was. I had him. He was a good centre mid. He wasn't a good CDM. You know, you'd expect that. However, you probably could get away playing him cam. I will look at his in-games in a minute. But obviously, he's 3-star skills, 5-star weak foot, which is incredibly important in my game. I mean, more so for strikers and new attackers. But it's very nice to have it in the midfield. You know, you're playing long balls. You're playing... You're in a 4-1-2-1-2, your centre mids are quite tight and getting marked all the time. So having a 5-star weak foot to offload the ball in any direction is good, in my opinion. Pace looked good. For a centre mid, 79 is good. I have to see its acceleration. Shooting, passing, dribbling, all look great. Defending looks average. Physical looks good. Let's get into the in-games. How good is this card going to be? Okay, the pace. I like the acceleration. I say this every single episode, and you're probably getting bored of me saying it. I like the pace being bigger. The acceleration being bigger than the sprint speed. It's not the end of the world. 79, yeah, it's not the end of the world. Shooting is fantastic. To be fair, the more I look at this card, the more the more I'd probably play cam. He's a centre mid, obviously, so he's going to be a centre mid in game. Like, you're going to play him centre mid, but I wouldn't have a go at anyone playing him cam. CDM is where you stretch it, but this card looks like a good cam if you put the right chem style on. Attacking positioning at 98. I don't know if that's necessarily a great thing for a centre mid. Like, do you want your centre mid in a... I suppose it can't be a bad thing. It can't be a bad thing. 98 attacking positioning is fantastic. That's a stat and a half for a centre mid. 98. Finishing is fantastic. Shot power, long shots, volleys, pens, all fantastic. Shooting is normally one of the stats centre mids lack, and I mean it's the complete opposite for Ramsey. 90 shooting is fantastic for a centre mid. That's honestly probably up there with one of the best shooting stats on a centre mid. Passing, fantastic. He has all the right stats. The vision, perfect. Crossing, decent. Short pass, long pass, unreal. And curve is decent. Honestly, that's all you need for a centre mid. That's perfect passing. You don't need free kick accuracy. You don't need crossing. You don't, to an extent, need curve. You kind of, but not as important as the rest. The vision, short pass, long pass are all fantastic, which is great. Dribbling. So he's, 6 foot with 80 agility, 81 balance. Is actually decent. 80 agility for someone at 6 foot is decent. He's going to probably feel quite nice on the ball. Not incredibly, but, Aaron Ramsey's not like like N'Golo Kante. You know, you're not using him weaving in and out. It's more of a holding centre mid, you know. Balance, yeah, good. Reactions, ball control, dribbling, composure, all pretty much 90, you know. Round it off, pretty much 90 on average. Is fantastic. This card is looking great. How many squads is it? It's 2 squads. I'd be interested to see where they priced this at. So the defending is good. The awareness is... Well, it's not good, sorry. The defending's okay. Interceptions, awareness, slant tackle, slide tackle, all pretty decent, like average. Heading accuracy is irrelevant, in my opinion. Jumping, bit poor, but not really the end of the world. Stamina at 97, obviously. He's known for his stamina. Great. Strength, decent, not great. Aggression, decent, not great again. So overall, it genuinely looks unreal. The card looks great. It just depends how much it is. Now, I can't really think of that many Syria midfielders. I know there's quite a bit, but I can't really think of this kind of centre mid. There's lots of CDMs and cams. There's not really a true centre mid, which Aaron Ramsey pretty much is. How much is it going to be? I'm predicting an 85 and an 85 with an inform. Let's see if I was any right. 84, 85 and in form. I think that's fair. It's not like fantastic value, like do it now, this is great value. I think this is absolutely fair in my opinion. What packs back do you get? Let me check. They've been doing really bad packs. Prime Election's not terrible. I think that's worth it, lads. In my opinion, an 84 is going to cost you like 60k, and then that's probably about 80k. You're probably looking at about 120, 130k for this card, which on the market I think it would be. So I'm quite a fan of this SBC. Let's go hop into Footbin and just see, what chem styles, how you link him. I am quite interested, just before we get into it, Serie A midfielders. I can think of a couple like Tonali. Actually, that's about it, to be honest with you. Centre mids, what have we got? So there's Dominguez, who's 300k, so not really in the same bracket. Nangalan, again, incredibly expensive. Barella, Milinkovic-Savic, if you've done him. Allen. There's quite a lot. Kolarov, Allen again. There's quite a lot of centre mids. Centre mids is, after this, even this Thornsby looks fantastic. He's more of a CDM though. There is quite a lot of centre mids in a Serie A. So, if you really need a Serie A centre mid, is this a card you're going to be going for? I'm on the second page, and there's 50 cards per page. So, there is quite a lot of centre mids. But I'm going to say, if you need an attacking centre mid, if you know, not a cam, but an attacking centre mid. So, in a 4-4-2, you've got one CDM player, one attacking centre mid. That works well, in my opinion. I think it's worth it, to be completely honest with you. The 5-star week for it, let me just check. So he's on 83 and an 85. Let's take his 83. Upgrade is great. It's got a great pace upgrade, a fantastic shooting, passing upgrade. Dribbling decent. Defending, I would have liked a little bit more defending, but obviously he's not really a defensive centre mid, like true defensive centre mid. And a physical got a nice boost as well. What was his original weak foot? Let me just check. 3-star. So he's gone from a 3-star weak foot to a 5-star. I'm all for that. I'm saying right now, we need more SBCs like this. We need more weak foot and skill move upgrades. We're pretty much in April. Are we in April? Let me quickly check. No, we're going to be in April in a couple of days. We need weak foot. We need 5-star weak foots, 5-star skills at this stage in the game. We're coming to that stage of the game, so I'm happy with that. Now, the easy one to say, chem style wise, is just an engine. It makes him a 95 centre mid, which is mental. It gets the agility up to 85, which is more than you need. It very much maxes out everything else. It gets the pace up nicely. And the passing, pretty much, you don't really need to touch passing, but it's just there if you need to. I think engine isn't really arguable, in my personal opinion. If you're going to play him as more of a CDM role, which I don't really recommend, you can get away with it depending on your other CDM if you play one. An anchor might be good. It makes him like an incredible centre mid. However, if you're going to play him as a centre mid, I'd say engine. I wouldn't really play an anchor. Or I can't think of any. Maybe shadow if you're playing him CDM, like an actual CDM. I don't think there's any much arguing there. Basic, maybe. No. I think engine. I think engine is the only one here. Links wise, obviously no. I think he's the only Welsh player in the Serie A. I don't think there is any other Welsh players in the Serie A. It don't look like it. So you're not getting any strong links that way. You're obviously strong linking him to Juventus players, which there's quite a lot of good ones. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. There's quite a lot of good players. So strong links, Ronaldo. You got about 9 cards of him. Alexandro, that player moments, I think that's quite nice if you've done Alexandro. It's obviously unlimited, so you can do it right now. Yeah, that's a nice strong link, lads. Alexandro, Aaron Ramsey, the nice player moments link there. You're not really linking Giggs or Rush. Maybe Rush, probably not Giggs. You got Delict. I probably wouldn't use Delict unless it's his team of the year. Dybala is a good one. Left wing and cam. Obviously, he's got both cards. And apart from that, is there anyone else? Not really. You're not really using Pjanic. You're not really using Douglas Costa. That's about it. Weak links wise, I don't think there's any. Well, obviously you got Daniel James and Gareth Bale. That's literally it. I think you can, if you're gonna get this card, chances are it's because you got a Serie A team. It's gonna be quite hard to link him if you have a La Liga, a Prem. It's not really that kind of team. It's not hard to link him with strong links. Obviously, we've been over that. Ronaldo, Delict. There's quite a lot of strong links, but you're probably getting this card for a Serie A link. So I think I'm going to call it a day there. As I said, it's worth it if you need a Serie A attacking centre mid. So hopefully you lot enjoyed that video. If you did, leave a like, hit subscribe button if you're new, and I'll hopefully see you again tomorrow for some more good content. Peace.